This is career defining. This is win by any means and win only for Teofimo Lopez tonight against Rolando Romero. His career is simply on the line, and I'm going to explain why. But first, a message from our sponsors at Block TV.
Tired of paying crazy cable bills? Ditch cable and switch to Block TV, the ultimate pay-as-you-go alternative. Stream live sports, boxing, MMA, pay-per-view fights, premium channels like HBO, Stars, and Showtime, plus your favorite shows and movies all in one app. No more paying for multiple streaming services. Block TV is only $35 a month plus tax, no contracts, cancel anytime. Blue Blood Sports TV viewers get 30% off of their first month. Just use Blue Bloods when you log into the website and promo code. Get started today at getblocktv.com. That's getblocktv.com.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, two-division world champion, superstar boxer, Teofimo Lopez is putting his entire career on the line tonight against two-division world champion, superstar boxer, and WBA welterweight world champion Rolando Romero tonight in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. This is a must-win for Teofimo Lopez. And not just win, but Teofimo Lopez has to look spectacular. Teofimo Lopez has to separate himself from Romero tonight. Romero, again, as I stated, is not a skilled fighter. He's an awkward, explosive fighter, but he's not very skilled. Teofimo Lopez has to duplicate what Isaac Pitbull Cruz did against Rolando Romero. He's 29 years old. He's at a crossroads in his career. He's 22 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. He got absolutely dominated and outclassed, and his career put in limbo in his last fight against now 4-division champion, first ballot Hall of Famer, who was top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in Shakur Stevenson. That took place January 31st of this year. He lost a unanimous decision. It put his relationship with his father in limbo. It put his entire career in limbo, right? And he's moving up in weight. He's fighting Romero, who is 17 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout himself. Twice in his career, he's been knocked out. He got knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis back in 2022, and he got knocked out by Isaac Pitbull Cruz in March of 2024, 2 years ago. He also arguably lost to Jackson Marinez back in August of 2020, 6 years ago. But he got the nod. And many people thought that was due to him being signed to Mayweather Promotions. It was in Vegas. We know. Romero doesn't have expectations. There's not a lot of expectations on Romero. He wins titles, but it's like he's still he's still at a point in his career where it's like, yeah, Rolly's a champion, but he's the weakest link, right? It's like he lucks up on these titles, okay? It's not like Rolly is dominating, and becoming world champion. He did have the big win against Ryan Garcia. He dropped Ryan Garcia. That's the biggest win in his career. It was a shocking victory over Ryan Garcia. And, that kind of put Rolly back in, the limelight. But again, even that got people to believe, like, it was a anomaly, right? It was a situation where Ryan Garcia underestimated Rolly Romero. Ryan Garcia was coming off the year layoff. Ryan Garcia was coming off the suspension, the debacle with Devin Haney. So it kind of, it's like, is Rolly, did he do that? Right? So Rolly could lose this fight and still get another big fight. Right? Because even though he's a champion, he's still viewed as, although he's a champion, he's still viewed as a gatekeeper type of fighter, right? He got power, he's explosive, he's unorthodox, but he's not technically skilled. And yeah, he got to punch his chance in every fight. That's it. So Rolly could lose, and people will still be okay with seeing Rolly versus, let's say, Keyshawn, right? Rolly versus Shakur, right? He's still a solid opponent. He's never been viewed as the creme de la creme. He's never been viewed as a top 10 pound for pound or top 15 pound for pound fighter. He's never been viewed in that in his career, ever. When he wins, it's like shocking. When he loses, it's like Rolly lost. Right? There's no real shock value to it. Teo, on the other hand, was one of the four kings, 2.0. He was supposed to be one of the four people to carry the torch in the new four king era, you know, from the Marvin Hagler, late Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Durant era. He was the Durant, right? You got Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, right? And Teofimo Lopez. And he got two big victories, Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, right? But then he fights to the level of his competition. Jermaine Ortiz, right? Some certain fights, you just look at Teo and you like, bro, what? What just happened? George Kambosos, losing to Kambosos, getting dropped twice by Sandor Martin, right? But then you look at his fights with Josh Taylor and Lomachenko, he won the first 7 rounds against Loma. And then he won the 12th round, right? So he won 8 rounds to 4 against Lomachenko. He outclassed Josh Taylor 10 rounds to 2. Those are top 10, top 5 pound for pound fighters. But then he fights Sandor Martin and he gets dropped twice and he really lost, right? You know, he fights, Steve Claggett and he's getting beat up. But then he fights Arnold Barboza and just completely outclasses Arnold Barboza. So he fights to the level of his competition, right? He got to be motivated. And I think tonight he'll be motivated because he knows his back is against the wall, his career is against the wall. If he loses to Rolly Romero, there's no bouncing back for Teofimo Lopez. It's just simply no bouncing back for Teofimo Lopez. Simple. Simple. There's no bouncing back for Teofimo Lopez. You lose to Rolly Romero, and coming off of that loss to Shakur Stevenson, and 9 times out of 10, if you lose to Rolly, you got dropped at some point in the fight because he ain't gonna outbox you, and then you got hesitant to let your hands go. That's just the facts. That's the facts. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. His career is on the line. His back is against the wall. And typically when Teofimo Lopez is doubted and in this type of position, you get the best version of Teo. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. I don't know, man. A part of me is just feeling like Rolly Romero is going to win this fight. And I don't know why. But I very well could be wrong. But a strong part of me feels like Rolly's going to pull this off tonight some way, somehow. Let me know what y'all think, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.